Okay, we're back. No lunchtime video today. It was it was too hot. I tried and then my phone kept overheating and it wasn't worth it. So I just decided to do it this afternoon. Today's topic, I think we're going to go with can you can you work for Bitcoin? I think well, obviously the answer is yes. You can physically go out there and do gig work for BTC, but we're gonna like dive into it a little more than that. Employers are actually getting more what's the word for it? Compliant. Compliance means it's mandatory, but like they're more willing to work with you. If they're like some tech companies are pretty good with it, and some of the more younger business owners are pretty good with it. There are places where you can automatically convert it, like straight like a direct deposit. Um, but I'm kind of going down more of a do it yourself kind of thing where you can take a direct deposit to your HR department and you can actually just get a portion of your fiat check turned into crypto automatically. Sorry, repeat, into Bitcoin automatically. You're probably wondering what program or what company will do a direct deposit straight to a Bitcoin conversion. And there's a few out there, but the one I talk about all the time is Strike. Strike does it. Strike will take a direct deposit from your company. It'll deposit into your Strike account, and you can tell it to take whatever portion of the fiat and convert it automatically on payday. Um, Honestly, I think I would just probably have it instantly turn into Bitcoin. That way, it's just like a big smash buy. I mean, we're talking. I don't recommend taking your whole check and doing this, but it would be a pretty good way to take. You could take 10, 20, 30%. Depends. That's probably what I would probably start with. Not financial advice, obviously. Just every payday, you can, at least in my company, you can I can have multiple direct deposits off the same check. So I could send, say, like 80% to my regular credit union, and I could take that 20% from my paycheck, send it to Strike, have it automatically converted into Bitcoin, and that could be like my bi-weekly smash buy. And of course, I'd probably still do my DCA like I always do. Um, but that's just a viable option that people could do to start to slowly switch to a Bitcoin standard. I mean, eventually when you realize that you don't need 80% of your check in your credit union, you could probably, bump that thing up to like 80%. Some people could do even further. Some people could, convert it all the way to 100% and then like do like a convert because Strike has bill pay. Strike has wire transfers. Strike's got a pretty good uh they got pretty decent. I don't know what I'm trying to say there. Combinations? Yeah, combinations. Uh Honestly, let's I wasn't going to do this. I was just going to do a face video at the camera, but I think maybe we'll just pull Strike's website up real quick here. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. On the screen here, I just went to their website. You saw, I mean, I could have the mobile app has a lot more things you can do what inside the app, but it looks like their homepage has everything I need to do to explain this. So, Strike has okay, I found the part I wanted. So the bill pay section it talks about what I'm trying to talk about. Um, all in Bitcoin. So we're gonna scroll down here and it says get paid in Bitcoin. Have your paycheck direct deposited and automatically converted into Bitcoin before it even hits your account. Pay bills with Bitcoin. So you can hold Bitcoin as long as possible and then use bill pay to automatically sell enough to make your sell enough for when your bill becomes due. So this is kind of how you do it. So if you work your fiat job, you grab that direct deposit, you have it converted into Strike, and then you can do two messages, or you can pay your bills with the bill pay. I kind of wish they would get a debit card, kind of like Fold has. Um, you know how I'm not a fan of Fold, but I like Strike a lot, and they should get a debit card. I'm sure there's some reasons they don't. And then people are just worried about taxes. They added a new section. It tracks all your taxes. I don't know where it is in the I don't know where it is in the web browser, but it's in the app itself. And obviously, you can shop with Lightning while it's in Bitcoin. They also got another section here over here in business where they talk about if you own your own business, you can basically set up a business account with them, and you can start receiving, payments in Bitcoin. You could do that on probably the private account too. I am, it says they're audited and secured and regulated, which they are. But I kind of wish they had proof of reserve. I understand why they don't. I don't understand why people are hesitant on doing it, but that is where they do take a ding on my part. I would like them to do proof of reserve, kind of like River does, and I would love them to get FDIC insurance for the cash I hold on here. So the way I dug into it from my last strike video. I wasn't quite sure how it worked, but I kind of looked into it this morning. So basically, the bank they use to hold the cash um, in Strike is FDIC insured. Strike is not FDIC insured. So you wonder what if you guys don't know what that means, it means if the bank for some reason went under, the federal government would give you your money back because the bank closed. But if Strike would become if Strike, filed bankruptcy or they folded over, you would not be reimbursed for the fiat lost in that bankruptcy. But that being said, you wouldn't be refunded from the federal government. And technically, I believe Strike would have to pay back as much fiat as they could through bankruptcy law. Bankruptcy law makes you pay back debt to like a portion of debt, including accounts held, fiat accounts held. So I think that's why it's not FDIC insured. It's just one of those things where you'd have almost like an FTX issue where you'd probably get a settlement like down the road in fiat. I I don't know if that's an important thing for people, but that is one thing where it does make me nervous, and that's why I don't keep large amounts of money on here. Like if I this is my account, it's $311, so yeah, I don't keep a whole lot of money on here. So the more I think about it, I don't see a problem keeping a chunk of change on there. Um, you'd get your money back, but the goal for me is to convert it as fast as humanly possible. We got 96,000 sats here. Once I hit a million again, I send it to cold storage. That's just the way I do it. But I guess if you're starting to put in bill pay, you would need to keep probably more than a million sats. At least a million sats to do rent. I mean that's a little rent for some people. But you'd have to adjust your number for your cold storage, I would assume. I don't know. Some people will just use this as a custodial account and they'll just trust Strike. It's just not the way I do it. Um, I guess I hit all the points I wanted to today. This is what I was going to try to do in the truck, but like I said, it was just too hot, and it just works way better with a computer. Um, Thanks for making it this far into the video. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is direct deposit into your Strike account a good idea? Bad idea? What would you guys do? If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe button, hit the bell notification, and I will see you on the next one.
Disclaimer: this video is for educational purposes only and is not financial advice. I am sharing my personal experiences and opinions only. All investments carry significant risks. Always do your own research and consult with qualified financial professionals before making any financial decisions. Never invest more than you can afford to lose.